Hello everyone, welcome to Mindovermania. My name is Christian and today's pick a card reading is what is coming next. The time frame of what my reading is going to be about is probably in the next 3 months. This is going to be a timeless reading, so regardless of when you are watching this video, it's going to be within the 3 months, or unless otherwise said in the reading, there could be some timing factors, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a little bit longer. Take what resonates, but you'll find out in the reading that you select. We have 4 piles today, so before you select, make sure you have both feet planted on the ground. Take a couple deep breaths, get grounded, open up your third eye, and select the pile that you feel most drawn towards. I will see you at your pile. Take care. Hello everyone, you have selected pile number 1. The card that you got was, I did not expect to leave. Okay, and this is going to be your reading. I heard a little notification off in the distance, so maybe this is some news to you guys, or maybe you guys have been really tapped into social media. Yeah, there's something significant about this. I did not expect to leave, so maybe you guys went through some life changes recently. Maybe you walked away from a group of people. Maybe there's still some things being sorted out. Maybe you're planning on moving and you're trying to make a decision of what is the best choice for me. Maybe you moved in the past and now you are maybe regretting that. There's some kind of an energy of moving forward, and there's kind of maybe a mistake that happened as well. Maybe you're sitting there thinking like, geez, maybe I shouldn't have made that move. Maybe I shouldn't have made these major changes. And you're trying to make a determination of within the next 3 months, what's going to come next. And you're like, well, it's up to the gods. It's up to the tarot readers to tell me, do I make a decision on moving? Am I staying in this country? Where's things headed? And I'm hearing from your spirit guide team, relax. Don't get caught up with the noise on social media. There's a lot of things, rumors going around and things that are not beneficial to your highest good. So just clear your energy, clear your thoughts, kind of get grounded within yourself and be honest and open about your journey, because there's something about like your current destination or where you think you're going may not be where you end up heading long term. And so staying open-minded and positive is going to be really beneficial right now as things are kind of shifting and uncertain. With this, I did not expect to leave. There's something about maybe you had a shortcoming and you weren't anticipating going through something. And so learning to overcome that is going to be really, really, really important within the next few months, because I think your resilience is going to be tested. And now is the time to be preparing and planning for your next big like shape up, or there's going to be some kind of a major change or glow up or some kind of thing that you're building towards. But right now, don't really make any major decisions. Okay, with that, I did not expect to leave. There's kind of just like a, oh, I didn't think that was going to happen. And it's like, well, here's the thing. Life is always happening regardless of if we expect it or not. So when you're trying to create the life of your dreams, you're going to encounter setbacks. You're going to encounter things that may cause you to have to pause temporarily. Maybe it'll cause you to reprioritize. But just because you're reprioritizing on your goals and your ambitions and dreams does not mean that you should be giving up on them. Right? And with the leaving card, I feel like you're trying to determine or decide, should I leave this situation? Should I leave this person? Should I leave this organization, this project, this goal? And Spirit's saying, stop. Just stop and take a chill pill right now, okay? Because you're too ungrounded to make a decision right now fully on what's best for you. And this is where you're going to have to trust your spirit guides they are working in your favor and they're giving you the best possible outcome right now. So even if you're feeling like, man, the situation sucks, it could be a lot shittier. Your spirit guide team's like, hey, no offense. I respect that you're acknowledging that but like, you don't understand how really bad it is for other people right now. And your spirit guide team's just like, hey, we are working on it. Okay. Like, there's kind of just this energy of like, maybe you're being too hard on yourself, maybe you're being too hard on the world or whatever, but there's kind of just this like saying, hey, it's not the end of the world if something happens that you didn't anticipate. Because if you were playing your cards right, things wouldn't fall apart. And technically, maybe some things did fall apart, but you're not acknowledging all the things that did hold together. And this is kind of where maybe, you know, getting into closer contact with some of your friends, maybe you had to let go of some friendships, but maybe you need to regroup and reconsider some things. I don't know, there's kind of just this energy of like, hey, people need to start waking up and acknowledging that, yeah, nothing's really guaranteed. So the people that are really there for you are important. And maybe you need to readjust some of your expectations on what great looks like. You know, maybe you guys have high expectations that are a little unrealistic right now, or maybe you just don't have access to the resources to get you to where to go. But here's the thing, right? Is if you're walking around acting like you're $1 million baby, but you don't have that $1 million, hey, that energy is not really serving you right now, okay? Especially around people that are your friends, because it's kind of like, hey, even if you had that money, no one wants to be around that kind of energy of like, I'm walking in this way that's not really authentic. Yeah, there's kind of just like this like ebb and flow energy of it's just kind of inconsistent. So we've got self-worth, spring, walking away, scorned. Oh my gosh, I love this card. Like, check this girl out. She's got a shotgun and everything in a dystopian future. That's cool. Reinvention and stagnant. Okay. So there's that. And then the last two cards we've got are summer, basking in joy and light with the honeybee, and direction guardian, choose your path. Okay. All right. And so for some reason, I'm really drawn to that summer card. Okay. So what's kind of coming up is I feel like you guys are either preparing for some big change or major decision that's coming in the summer. Okay. And so like this fall/winter period, again, this is a timeless reading, but this is when I'm currently doing this reading. I feel like summer of this upcoming year or next year is going to be very significant for you. And part of this is I also feel like it's an energy thing. I feel like you're always anticipating and preparing for summer, but not for winter in your life. Okay, so take that metaphorically speaking, is like if you're always trying to live in the summertime, when things go wrong, you're not preparing for that ahead of time, okay? And not taking those things into consideration. We've also got spring here, so there's definitely like the spring and summer season. So it could be that right now, maybe other people are going through their winter and their fall, but this is actually your spring and summertime, right? So not everybody thrives in the same season as well. So, I mean, for example, I'm a Scorpio. So Scorpios, this is my summertime. I absolutely love this season. And so learning to work with your body's flow is going to be very, very important the next 3 months, because this is going to be some kind of a cycle, regardless of what hemisphere you live in. For some of you, it may be the opposite than here in the West. However, take that 3 months as its own form of season to enjoy and find and get benefit from. With this reinvention and scorned, the reinvention is kind of what's drawing my eye at the current moment, because you are going to be focusing on reinventing yourself. Maybe not necessarily reinventing the wheel. Maybe that's what you were trying to do in the past. So maybe you were trying to like start a business from scratch. Maybe you were trying to do some things without that much guidance, or you spent some money you weren't supposed to, or maybe you changed your wardrobe or your look. I don't know. Like I see you kind of continuing your experiment on trying to figure out who you are, what you're going towards. But I feel like this time around, it's going to be a bit better than ever. I don't know why I always said that so reluctantly. I don't know. Maybe it's like, as you guys are stepping into your power, you're not watching the transformation like everyone else is. It's kind of like suddenly there's going to be a day where you wake up and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, I am that person. I am that ish. Oh, and like with that scorned energy, I mean, I think part of that's just going to come down to you're going to start kicking some butt these next 3 months or something about like with this shotgun energy. You're kind of like, all right, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm going to be spending these next 3 months kicking butt and taking names. With the scorned, it's almost like I'm seeing scorched earth. So maybe you do go through a little bit of a, I don't want to say tyrannical phase, but I am seeing you kind of being like, hey, I'm cutting people off. I'm tanking this relationship. I'm walking away from this. Absolutely not. With that fire, maybe it could also be a sign that like the world around you's on fire and you're just walking through the apocalypse being like, yeah, what about it? Right? You're kind of just like, all right. Like I see you as being the protagonist in that apocalypse movie. And people really admire that. And I think they're also kind of scared of you too, because it's like, I don't know, it's just the fact that you're like, yeah, I know there's all this stuff going on politically and economically and whatever, and you're just sitting here like looking and acting totally unaffected by that, and they're like, you're not scared? There's something about maybe you're also just angry, and you're going to be spending this season kind of processing some of those emotions and feelings as well. Take action-oriented, like there's something about your emotions, like take action with these feelings, like don't let those emotions and feelings go to waste. There's something also with this like red hair too, walking away, like it's okay if you're grieving a relationship that you got to walk away from. That's perfectly normal. You don't have to burn everything to the ground, but I do feel some of you guys are going to go through that period of you're just going to be like stepping over the ashes of maybe a former version of yourself and saying, hey, I didn't like that old version of me. It was time to go. All right. And with that spring, part of this destruction period is important for you growing into a new version of yourself. Everything that you leave untouched by this fire, like these kinds of destructive energies, okay, everyone tends to be afraid of them at first because of the standpoint that you don't know what's going to go, right? But here's the reality is, like the phoenix always comes back, okay? And this group in particular, I mean, you guys are very resourceful. And with this self-worth, I think what's going to happen is your self-worth is definitely going to improve after this next 3 months because of what you walk away from and what you move towards. Stagnant, I'm not going to lie, you are going to be stagnant at times, okay? So there's something about within this next 3-month period that, your mouth is going to be covered, so maybe you're not going to be talking as much to certain people. Maybe you're going to be not talking about yourself as much, or maybe you're just going to be focusing on your goals. I see you maybe, for some reason, like struggling to breathe. So maybe while you're acting like a badass and talking to everybody, you're secretly struggling with anxiety, and socially, you're just like, oh God, I don't know how to talk about this stuff or whatever, but like, with these blue eyes looking forward, I'm just seeing, remain hopeful, and you're not as stagnant as you think, okay? Just because you're resting and taking some time, like if you were in your fall season and approaching winter, it's okay to rest during this time and period. Like stagnant energy is more what's causing the upheaval within you that needs to be released. And so that's what's going to create this scorned energy where if you're not taking care of your mind, your body, and your spirit, you're gonna feel really scorned, and you're gonna feel like crap if you're not taking care of yourself, because you're transforming. Okay, when you're transforming into a different version of yourself, if you're not acting on that energy, it's gonna sit and stay trapped inside of you. And then it's kind of like with I see still waters, you can get sick from still water. So that's why, keep flowing with your energy. Make sure you're exercising, that you're eating right, that you're walking away from things that don't serve you, and don't stick around in a place that's not good for your self-worth, okay? Definitely don't do that. With this direction guardian, choose your path. Yeah, some of you guys are going to need to make a choice about where you're going within the next couple of months. Some of you guys, it may feel like it's a quick decision, but honestly, I think this has been leading up to a overarching choice in your life about your path and your destiny. I think you guys have a lot of options, but I'm kind of looking at all these wings and all this other chaotic stuff going on in the image. Your true north is your best bet of figuring out what's going to happen next. And here's the thing is like you can make there's multiple ways to get to the same destination, and I think if you get trapped with indecision, it's okay. Just release the indecision and just do baby steps for now. Okay? Because I think like your spirit guide team saying, "Hey, don't waste so much time focusing on the whole like, oh, what's my career path? What's this? What's that?" They're kind of saying like, "Hey, it's still just a job. Even if you've got a big important mission going on, your light is going to be felt and reverberated regardless of what your job situation is currently. And even still, if you have to work somewhere temporarily, it's safe enough for you to do so until they guide you to the next thing." Okay? And so like with the summer, like I have a feeling you guys are going to be in a completely different either state, job, situation by summertime. Or again, if this isn't 3 months, it's, maybe a whole half a year ahead of time, you're going to be in a different situation. So with that, I did not expect to leave. I think whatever's coming next, they're just saying, hey, be adaptable. Don't stay in the scorned energy. I mean, like, give yourself the time to be angry and express it, but they want you to clear the scorned energy out so you can have your spring. Okay? So let that fire out, release it. Now is the time to be passionate and maybe have some regrets. Do something that you wouldn't normally do, but, something that is, you got to let this anger out. You got to take action. Punch forward and move with grace at the same time. Okay? Yeah, and also too, focusing on like what's coming in the next 3 months. I just feel like it's just going to be very tumultuous. There's going to be a lot of choices that you need to make, and they're all going to add up together. And I think just stay wary. Don't get settled in a single decision. But with this, like choosing your path, you know what I mean? I think it's going to be kind of like building blocks as you go. So, maybe you don't take that bonus, or maybe you don't go this direction at the time being, but it's not like it's never gonna, that door's never going to be open again, if that makes any sense. But, stay out there, stay determined. And then also with dating relationships, this does not feel like a good time period to date and see people. Maybe if you're hooking up with someone, maybe if there's something kind of casual, fine, but like do not make any major decisions right now about romantic partnerships because there's just too much going on. Either collectively within your family, there's just some stuff that's happening that I would not recommend you make any drastic decisions at this time. Just stay chill, stay open-minded, and just focus on you, okay? But pay attention to the scorned energy, right? Because if you don't release that, that's gonna hurt you down the road. But now's the time. Now's the time to face that ish. All right, anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for your energy and time. If you enjoyed your reading, please feel free to book me and reach out. My links are in the description below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed my messages today, and I will see you all next time. Peace out. Hello, everybody. You have chosen group number 2, and this is going to be your reading on what's coming. We're going to be focusing on 3 months. However, you may notice that there may be some timing differences. So I'm just kind of focusing on what's coming up in this next chunk period of time. So the card that you got was, I will show you some signs and synchronicities. So something about this pile, maybe you guys just came out of a very tumultuous change. Maybe you just came out of the energy from pile number 1. So if you kind of resonated with that, I feel like this group is in this state of, okay, like it feels like winter. Okay, so again, this is a timeless reading, but this kind of feels like the season of, we're going to just work on things one step at a time. We're going to move slowly. With the signs and synchronicities, I feel like you're going to receive a lot of spiritual messages during this next 3 months. A lot of them are going to have to do with your future, some things to do with your past, but I think in general, I'm just seeing you getting kind of cozy. You're kind of settling in. You're like, okay, I made all these decisions leading up to this moment, and now I get to rest and relax. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, work's going to be smooth, it's going to be even, nothing too crazy. This just kind of feels like you're moving on from the past, or like a past pattern, and it's going to feel really, really good. And I just see like a very even, steady pace with what's coming. So, okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards. Yeah, something about like a situation's going to come to a close during this chapter of the next 3 months. Maybe there was like a situationship, or there was like a person that was on your mind that you couldn't get your head off, or you couldn't get out of your head, and then suddenly you're going to wake up one day during this 3-month period and go, oh, what's his name again? What happened? Oh, okay. It's no big deal. You know what I mean? Like, there's kind of just like a lot of this like letting go, moving forward energy, which I think is going to be very, very nice for you guys. And with the focus on rest. Yeah, so purge. Definitely there might be some purging energy that goes down on this time period. I feel like it might be a little more restful than it's been in the past, but you will, I think maybe you will experience maybe like a mental health issue, or maybe some kind of a change of some kind, which, your spirit guide team is saying, hey, this is just kind of part of the purging process. It's not anything serious or something you should really worry about. But there's just kind of this energy being like, hey, you're releasing things. Something about like a crisis. Yeah, like it's kind of like your spirit guide team saying like, you're looking for a sign that something's not in crisis and that it's going to be okay and all this other stuff. And your spirit guide team's just like, relax. Like, spirit's on it. They already know it's coming, and you're kind of being warned about it, but they're also saying you knew going into this journey that it was going to be tumultuous and kind of crazy, and they're kind of saying like, hey, purge out all that stuff that's not good for you. All right, all of this stuff is just clearing out of your life, and it's important that you recognize that things don't have to become a crisis if you're doing the things that you need to in order to get there. And even still, they're kind of being like, you can't avoid whatever's coming next, so just be prepared to take some time off and rest. Okay? Like, it has nothing to do with you. And has everything to do with your body and your mental health situation. Okay, so we've got grief. Okay, so maybe you guys are gonna be going through a period of grieving some stuff from the past. Maybe you lost a person within the past year or two. Maybe you are healing from a relationship of some kind. Take what resonates, but I feel like there's just some things that you're going through that within the next 3 months are going to be just the main focal point, so with the energy of winter, you are bunkering down and waiting for spring. And so some of that means, okay, clearing out some of the old stuff. So if there was some grief that you didn't process in the past, now is going to be the best time to face that. It may come up regardless if you want to or not. Again, with this purging energy, don't be surprised if you're going to be crying a little bit more in these next 3 months, which is going to be good because it's not going to be stuck in your body anymore. Waves, emotions coming and going. Yeah, allow your body to work it out the way it needs to work itself out. You can try to mentally say, oh, my body needs to do this, this, and this, but like your body's going to keep the score. Your body knows what your truth is more than you do. And so when you relax and allow those energies to flow through, it's not going to be as stressful, and you're going to see a lot more clearly about what's been going on in your life that you've been kind of ignoring and letting go of, yeah, maybe you should be taking more cleansing baths and, getting massages, acupuncture, healing whatever you need to, but like the waves of life coming and going, I don't think they're going to affect you as much as they will maybe the first month of this period. Lockbox, closed, trapped, frustrated. Yeah, I feel like, you're misidentifying maybe something that's going on right now, that like you're really not trapped in your current situation. You have more options to choose from, And you also can be optimistic about how you're seeing the current situation too. So with this SOS, I feel like you're kind of be like going to the universe, haha, yeah, SOS, universe, hey, hey, like there's like some crazy stuff going on right now, and you're the one that's keeping yourself trapped in your situation, okay? The universe is saying, hey, we're responding to what you sent out, okay? So if you want to stay stuck, we'll keep you stuck in your house. If you want to go out, we're going to encourage you to go out, like don't let your mind or the monkey brain keep you stuck in a situation that you don't need to. I feel like this grief is what's been holding you back for a long time. And so that's what's going to get cleared out is like as you start stepping into your power and moving through the waves, even if there's like a big wave coming through, this is just another opportunity to purge that out, maybe life will be a little bit rough these next couple of months. Again, this is a timeless message, but I'm definitely seeing like you're going to be learning to roll with the waves instead of going underneath them. You know what I mean? Like I kind of see you like spirits like, hey, you've got a flotation device. Okay. Focus on your floaties. Okay. And, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, keep that energy. Mute. Yeah. So I see you kind of like not talking to some people, or maybe just not talking in general. I feel like this is going to be like a quiet stage or period where you're going to be doing more reflecting and contemplation. And with mute, maybe you just really need to prioritize muting social media, taking some time to just be like, hey, I don't have energy to listen to people vent today. I don't have it in me, and focus on the colors of the things that are going on inside of you, right? Like some of you guys, you shine so bright inside, and now's a great time to like get connected to your creativity. Read a book, write a book, do whatever lights you up inside and be really authentic in that. I think winter gives you a great opportunity to focus and go within, right? Instead of focusing on the busyness and craziness of summer and even spring preparing, I think just muting your mind, quieting down, resting, that's what this next 3 months should be about, is really just kind of getting in there and just allowing your body and mind to recharge. Insatiable, unquenchable, wanting more. Yeah, something with water too. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. That's going to help with this purging process and maybe prevent some more health issues. As long as you're like taking care of your body, I think that will really show up in how things turn out during this time, because it's like, as I said, body keeps the score. So if you're not taking care of yourself, then yeah, your body's going to limit you during this time, because it's like the purge can be easy or like just make it easier on yourself, With Insatiable, maybe some of you guys really need to kind of focusing on warming up a little bit. So with like these ice cubes, I kind of for some reason see them really staying frozen shut and not really melting. And what I kind of feel with that energy is it's almost like, hey, like maybe you need to be a little colder right now. Maybe it's kind of like, figure out like what actually makes you melt versus what's kind of causing you to be cold like this. Because Insatiable, like I usually think this card is in relationship to sex, but with this energy, it's feeling really like, nope, 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 nope. And maybe just kind of learning to kind of, I don't know, get cozy. Like I said, like warm up a little bit, just because it's cold outside doesn't mean it's got to be cold inside, Like there's something about like maybe just get in touch with your sensitivity right now. Maybe you live in a cold place and you don't like that and it's causing you to kind of be like, ugh. But it's okay to relax and kind of step into that, Get your cozy vibes on. And then Silenced, yeah, there's a lot of like quiet going on here. So maybe there's something about you need to talk to somebody about something that's been going on. Maybe you've been struggling with your mental health and you've not been communicating this to people. Now's a great time to speak up about things that are going on. If you have concerns or are trying to get someone's attention, now is the time within these next 3 months. And I feel like, you're maybe going to feel outspoken by certain people, maybe in your family. Like, I'm seeing like maybe like a Thanksgiving or like a family gathering where you're trying to talk to some people and they're not going to listen, and you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, this person just silenced me. Understand that just because other people are not listening to you does not mean that your voice isn't being heard by the universe. And there are people that are listening to you. Like, you're not muted to everybody. And it's okay to talk about things that have been bothering you, and the right people will be listening to you. Okay? I feel like, you just need to know that people are always listening, regardless if you think they're listening or not. And with this lockbox, I think that's you trying to keep yourself trapped, is by saying like, oh, well, if I stay shut inside, then I'm protecting other people from my rage or whatever. Like, people can feel it from a distance. Okay? People know that something's wrong. And I think that, with these emotions coming and going, like, the more you fight the waves rather than flowing with it, I think that's what's causing the ocean to get tumultuous like this, because of this silence, this back and forth of being like, oh, I gotta hold everything back. Like, no. If you're upset about something, communicate it. With winter, it's like, okay, we're all stuck inside. We can't all run around and go and have fun. And what are we usually doing? We're reflecting on the year. And it's perfectly normal to be something with the grief. It's like, it's perfectly normal to want to talk about some things that have happened to you, especially if they weren't that great. And, the last couple of years have been tough on a lot of people. So I think it'll feel really good for you to be able to just ride those emotions and let people see you grieve a little bit. Let them see you be upset, and kind of let some of these colors shine. Like, you don't always have to look tough, especially if you're a girl too. It's like, you're not weak or, looking for attention by expressing some of your vulnerability right now. Yeah, and I feel like when you start like actually authentically expressing yourself, that's going to help those waves significantly more and help with that purge. Don't fight it. Go with it. Go within and express that outwards. I think that will really help you with all this tension and drama inside. Anyways, though, thank you guys so much, pile number 2, for stopping by. If you enjoyed your reading, consider booking me for a personal reading. Link in the description below. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, leave a comment down below if you resonated with this message. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care. Hello, everybody. You have chosen group number 3. You got the card, I Know This Isn't Fair. And this is going to be your reading. We're going to be looking at basically the next 3 months, but there may be some time deviation. So take what resonates, because sometimes timing changes, all right? Okay, so with you guys, group number 3, with this, I Know This Isn't Fair. Man, I think some of you guys really got to let go of the whole fairness in life mantra right now, because I think you're neglecting to pay attention to what's kind of going on with the rest of the world right now. And I think expressing gratitude would be really beneficial right now, specifically because this next couple of months, I think they're going to be really positive for you. I'm seeing some growth, maybe some positive changes. I'm seeing you maybe money's going to start flowing towards you easier. I'm seeing you, I feel like there's kind of like a difficult decision, but it's almost like, it's weird, because in my mouth, it's almost like there's something you should be saying that's very easy, but it's not coming out. It's like you're so resistant towards telling somebody how you feel about them, or moving towards somebody, that you don't want to acknowledge the past between the two of you. I don't know. There's something about, like, I don't really like where this is going. All right, but let's go ahead and pull some cards for the next 3 months of what's kind of coming between, I was about to say between you and this person. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe for you guys, there's going to be something that comes to a head with you and somebody in the next 3 months. Maybe there's like a relationship drama or trauma that, I'm not saying something's gonna blow up, but there's kind of just like this explosive energy of like, whoa, I did not see that. That came out of nowhere. maybe someone was super pissed at somebody else and the other person didn't know about it, and now there's like some damage control. There's like, oh shit, they're gonna say something. I don't know. There's kind of like this energy of like, oh shit, oh shit. I don't know, when it's like your spirit guide seems like, relax. It's all gonna move forward exactly the way it needs to, you know? And I'm like seeing like the candle focusing on like meditation would be really, really beneficial within the next 3 months, because I feel like as you're going to be kind of going through a purging period, but like there's other people that are going to be having it significantly worse than you. So be mindful when you are having these interactions with other people, because some of these people that you're going to be interacting with are going to be going through much worse times than you. Okay, so having some self-awareness, some compassion, and offering healing at this time would be beneficial. And use your resources sparingly, because there's something about like, there's like a person in your life that's like looking for handouts or looking for you to like rescue them or save them or do something, and your spirit guide team's saying, hey, don't let this person in. Like, have boundaries, be very specific, especially like if you're calling someone out or calling something forward towards you. Don't take the first offer. There's something about like you're gonna get an opportunity that you're not gonna agree with at first, but something better is gonna come along the lines. So like, stay tuned. You know, like your gut's gonna tell you if something's for you or not. We've got access granted, social media, fake profile hiding. Yeah, I feel like you're hiding a truth from somebody, or you're hiding behind social media. Okay, I don't know. Like there's some kind of like a wall between you and another person. I don't know. There's some kind of like a romantic relationship thing going on here within the next 3 months. I don't know. With this access granted, I feel like you gave access to your social media to somebody that was not telling you the truth, or there's somebody that's like watching you or observing you that should not be. Yeah, make sure that you cut off access to people that do not have your best intentions in mind. Because I feel like someone's kind of like social media stalking you, but they're not doing so from the standpoint that they like you. It's because they're trying to find dirt on somebody else or something or a situation. And it's kind of like, you don't have anything to offer, but like, it's something about like, this isn't fair. Like, this person's like trying to like understand what you're doing, and instead of talking to you, they're relying on social media to creep on you. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is kind of like annoying energy, but just letting you know you're going to be dealing with some of that. Or maybe you're going to be doing some of that, and your spirit guide seems like, oh my god, like, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, just everybody got to chill. Unlovable. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be... There's something about with this unlovable energy, something's going to come to a head where there's this toxicity around being unlovable. I don't know why, but when I was looking at this card, it looks like this woman's sitting on a plate, and it feels like you're like offering yourself up for no reason. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to play sacrifice, or something about like you're unlovable, and like there's some kind of just like a false belief that's like, hey, like you don't need to be a martyr here, or there's some kind of like you're trying to like ball yourself up and feed yourself to the wolves, when everyone's like, you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to cause panic and drama and whatever because you're feeling unlovable. And it could be this other person as well. You know what I mean? Like there's some kind of like, with this offering, you know, I feel like you have to sell yourself out or sell yourself to the wolves because you're not a good person or something like that. And it's like, no, like don't get involved in things that you don't need to be involved in. Like if someone's causing drama and shaming people and doing things that have nothing to do with you, then don't get involved in it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be the sacrificial lamb to make someone understand that they're not a good person. You know, some of you guys, I feel like you're really low on yourself and low on your self-esteem during this time period, especially maybe because you feel rejected by a person or a situation, but like you're not unlovable. Okay? Like, you don't need to be a martyr in this situation. And, like, I don't know, there's something about, like, maybe you've been used to being this person put on a plate and everyone just eats you alive, but, like, I don't think you're anticipating the monster that's getting created with this mess, okay? And your spirit guide team's saying, like, "Hey, we're protecting you, but you gotta understand that you are lovable, and it's time to, like, put your clothes on and get off the plate, right? Don't make yourself a target for people that don't have good intentions for you." Inner child, yeah, now is a great time to work on your inner child. You might get triggered a little bit from your inner child, with this unlovable energy, you know? You don't need to be messing with wolves if you don't need to. You don't there's just things that you should not be messing with, okay? That's what I'm just kind of feeling is it's kind of like, "Hey, like I know you mean well, but don't cause a scene." With this manipulation card, you might be messing with someone who is manipulative. Um Again, this may be a romantic partner or a love interest, but somebody is either coming towards you or there's going to be like a false belief. And like I'm looking at this deer head or this skull, and it's like someone's gonna offer you something that's already dead and long gone, and you're gonna be like, why are you offering me this? Like there's some kind of like a manipulation that's gonna go on here, and you're gonna be like, hey, I don't do deals that way. You know what I mean? There's some kind of underhanded situation that someone's going to try roping you into, and you shouldn't take it. Okay. And there's something about like, you have to agree to it to make it come true. So if you don't agree with it, then don't experience it. Right. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, hey, if you're going to, like, say your friends are trying to ask you to go out to do something, like, say they're asking you to go to a strip club, and you're like, hey, I really don't like strip clubs. And they're kind of like, oh, come on, it's going to be fun. It's going to be like an enlightening experience. And your gut's telling you, mm-mm, mm-mm, that's not my place anymore. That's not where I want to go. Yeah, they're offering you this skull of, like, something that is dead and gone for you, and you're continuing to repeat these old patterns, and now it's going to start tripping you up, okay? Because these other people don't have the boundaries and patterns that you've healed from, right? Protect your inner child, because he or she is still in there and is worthy of protection, regardless of if you're an adult or not. Magnetic, unexplainable pull, can't resist. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be pulling away from somebody. Someone's going to be trying to drag you back into some chaos. They're going to be like, no, 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 don't go. Like, no. And you're going to be like, I will chop this arm off if you try to get me back into this BS. Absolutely not. I don't care how charming you are. I'm lovable. I got off the plate. No way. I'm not being fed to the wolves. Crushed, sad, broken, feeling alone. Yeah, avoid these feelings because you aren't broken. They're like, this person or these people are banking on you feeling like you're alone in any of this BS. And it's time you stand up for yourself against the wolves, right? Like, if they made their bed, then they need to lay in it. But you don't have to go out there and make this giant difference. You just got to say your piece and walk forward with your head high, right? And somebody's going to be crushed about this, okay? But here's the thing, like, people need to face the consequences of their behaviors. If someone does something wrong to you, you're allowed to be open about that. That's your decision, okay? You ultimately are allowed to have a voice, and it's not okay if someone abused you, if somebody did something wrong. Yeah, people are going to be crushed, but I think you've got to make a decision for yourself between you and the universe of what kind of person are you going to be, you know? And you can be sad about it, and you can feel alone, and maybe you being honest means being alone, but 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be alone as you think. And I think by you making the right call, you're going to unify the right people together around you. Because I think whatever you're going to be taking a stand on or standing up for yourself is going to move you more towards where you're supposed to be going when you start taking action. Misguided, yeah, there's some kind of a decision that you're not fully thinking through, and that's why you need to kind of talk with your inner child and get some clarity on before you start spewing stuff on social media. Okay? Because, like, right now, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, receipts and blah, 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 blah. And they're going to keep score and all this other stuff. And it's going to be like, hey, you're not like a manipulative person or misguided or whatever, but other people are. And they will definitely take your words out of context. They will definitely analyze every word you say. And they will misconstrue and do whatever they need to make you look like the bad guy, right? Just because they're misguided does not mean you are misguided. And you can go ahead and talk as much as you need to, but some of these people that are watching you, because they have no good intention towards you, it's going to be a little bit better to keep quiet for a bit and only say what you need to. Only say what's necessary, okay? Because, like, again, with this fake profile, there's some kind of a fake energy of someone trying to be your friend when they're not your friend, okay? Crossroads. Yeah, within this next 3 months, I think that you're going to be going down a different pathway than some other people in your life, and I think that might be a hard choice for you. You're going to be making a decision of who has access to you. And with that is going to come some shame and some loneliness, because the shame, I think, is going to be from who you were in the past and who you're going to be in the future. And with this crossroads, I know that kind of feels a little dramatic. I think it feels more dramatic now, but with that person of who you're going to be in the future, it's going to be so pivotal for you in creating that person, okay? That you make a stand on who has access to you, what your life is going to look like. What does love look like to you, right? Because with this unlovable energy, people that are healthy, you know, they don't willingly throw themselves on a dinner plate in front of people that are there to attack you. Okay? You're only going to make that decision because someone along the line made you feel so bad that you felt like you had to make that decision, right? And for that future you that you're trying to heal to achieve, at some point you're going to come to that crossroads to say, when am I going to get off the plate? When am I going to stop, like, talking and start walking? Okay. And, you know, take as long as you need. All right. This doesn't have to be an overnight decision, but what is going to happen is the access that people have to you is going to diminish. People are not going to like that. And it's completely up to you to enforce those boundaries. Okay. And we don't like to enforce boundaries because it's hard, it's uncomfortable, it's whatever. But here's the thing with this magnet, something is pulling you towards some place that's higher and better for you. And that is what you should be trusting in, not in the fear, not in this person that's like, oh, we know what's best for you, blah, 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 blah. No. Only you in the universe knows what's best for you. And other people can mean well, they can give you great advice, but there's a lot of manipulation going on right now. And so that's why intuition and trust is going to be your source of truth during this time. And especially if you've been manipulated in the past, sometimes you're susceptible to old people's tricks. You know, maybe someone is older and you believe they're wiser than you, but that doesn't mean that they're giving you the best advice, especially for what's going on right now. So again, don't let misguided people mistake the light for what you have inside of you. Okay? Make sure that you are listening internally and following the light. You know, it's not going to lead you astray no matter where you go. Okay? Yeah, I don't know. You guys got a little bit of a difficult road within these next 3 months, but I know you can do it. Again, focus on that magnet, because here's the thing, all this other chaos, what's going to keep your head out of it is focusing on that draw and that pull towards the light. Okay? Focus on that, and then everything else is going to kind of work itself out. You're going to sit there and be like, who? What? Drama? Oh. Yeah, I posted that thing on Facebook. You gonna get mad? Okay. Whatever. Okay. They actually did that, so... right? And don't argue with idiots. This is not the time to sit and waste energy, because you should be focusing on healing this inner child and getting in touch with that light, because right now, if you don't see the light, go find it. Okay? It's gonna pull you. It wants you, okay? It's pulling you forward, okay? Even if you can't see it or feel it all the time. Anyways, though, see you guys around. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out my reading and watching everything. Please like and subscribe to support this YouTube channel. If you are interested in getting a reading with me, link is down below in the description, and comment to let me know if this resonates with you or not. Anyways, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 4. The card you have pulled is Please Forgive Yourself. Okay? And this is going to be your reading about what's coming in the next 3 months, or whatever time period kind of comes out. This pile, I don't know why, but this is kind of feeling a little bit more faster pace energy than the other previous groups. So maybe this won't be 3 months. Maybe this is going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. But this Please Forgive Yourself energy, man, I feel like some of you guys, you're going to see the light, okay? Or there's just some kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel that you have to look forward to, but you're going to go through a little bit of a grieving process first. There's some kind of significant blockage on your path that you need to overcome, that you can't avoid, that you're going to be spiritually guided through, because it's going to be, I'm not going to say it's going to be scary, but I mean, it might be a little scary, but I think you're going to overcome it, and I think you're going to come at a crossroads between what's for you and what's not for you. And yeah, I think there's something about like contamination. Yeah, you're just going to be clearing some crap out within the next few weeks, okay? As I said, don't be alarmed, don't be scared, just go through it. It'll be okay. But allow your body to make the decisions that it needs to, okay? There's something about you guys that are going to be coming to a decision within the next few weeks that is going to be very, very critical and crucial for your path going forward. But once you do that, it's all going to get so much easier. There's some kind of like this is like the final test. This is like the final meltdown, the final countdown. I don't know. It's like something about January may be significant for you with this new year. It's going to be like new you, completely different me. I don't know. Maybe you're going to be setting some boundaries and not going back ever again, and it's going to feel so great. Maybe you are leaving behind some stuff from this past year that was not good for you. Or maybe not even from the past year, just past situations where you're just going to be like, oh my God. I didn't know this person hurt me that way. Ooh. Ouchie. Yeah. Yeah, and all that crap is gonna be emerging and releasing. So that way you can move forward in your life. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm like there's fear and anxiety with whatever's coming, but it's also so good too. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be that final gasp of, I can't do this, and then suddenly you're doing it, and you're on the other end. Yeah, no, I know, it's going to seem like it's hard, but your spirit guide team is saying, hey, whatever, you can accomplish anything, and whatever's going on in your mental health or your physical health, relax, let it pass. You're going through a spiritual awakening and a spiritual change right now. And I feel like just don't judge yourself as you battle some inner thoughts and some things that are going to go on, you know? Like, don't be mad at yourself with whatever comes out, okay? Because I feel like you've got a lot of pent-up energy and aggression, and maybe not just aggression, but just life that's going to come forth, and you're going to explode, and you're going to go, oh my God, what's happening to me? Like, definitely some Kundalini energy, so, you know, to be preventative, do some Kundalini work, but I don't really think you can avoid what's coming. Some good things are coming your way, some ominous positivity. Getting into the cards, we got hang on to your butts. Yeah, hang in there, guys. You're going to get through this. Some of you guys, maybe you're like feeling like you're hanging on the edge of a thread right now. And maybe something's going on with your butt. I don't know, maybe you got a really cute butt. But yeah, don't give up on yourself, okay? You know, have compassion, because it's like, you didn't have information for years about what was going on with you. And when you finally get released from whatever's causing this conflict within you, it's going to clear itself out. Okay? You don't have to hide behind who you are. You don't have to sabotage yourself in order to be consumable for other people. I think there's just a lot that you're going through right now and coming out the other side, and it's going to feel so good when you're through with it. Do it, but don't do it that way. Yeah, some of you guys, maybe you're on your healing journey and on your healing path, and you don't really know what the right decision is right now. I think just trust divine guidance right now. I think with your mental health and your physical health right now, there's something about like something's in your way and in your path. And I'm seeing like do it that way, but like specifically your spirit guides are saying don't do it like that. But then you're saying do it that way. And that's where I think some of the conflict is coming in, is you're not listening to your intuition. So your spirit guides are like, oh my gosh, you're gonna like create a crisis that's avoidable, or maybe like you're kind of unreachable when they're like, hey, like you don't have to stress yourself out in that way. Don't put pressure on yourself to be someone who you're not, or what you're not ready for yet. You know what I mean? So like relax, light a candle, say your mantras and your prayers, go slow. Okay, they're saying like, hey, you can have a slow release, or you can be impatient and wake up all the demons and spiral out. I don't know. Like there's kind of like this energy would be like, don't be alarmed, but also at the same time, don't be surprised if things are a little chaotic for a bit. Because of everything that's going on collectively, and with all the stuff that's spiritually going on for you, I mean, you're transforming, you're changing, you're ascending, which means there's going to be some conflicts that come with that. Maybe you're going to get into a fight with someone you care about. Maybe you're going to encounter some people that don't have faith in you. And you don't need to internalize that energy. Following my heart leads me happiness. So specifically your spirit guide team saying, hey, do whatever makes your soul feel good right now. Like, it's okay if you're going through a struggle right now or difficulty. It's important that you take the time to prioritize self-care. And that means being cozy. Okay? Being still. Just enjoying the easiness that comes with life. Okay? Because yes, not all of life is easy, but you can take some time to take a nice bath. It's okay to like wrap yourself in a warm blanket and say, hey, I'm going to spend the next 3 months just wrapping myself in this warm blanket and getting through the day. And that's all I got to do, right? Because this is about surviving the winter. Again, this is a timeless reading, but right now there's some other thing that is going to impact your life that you have no control over. And so you just kind of navigating it and saying, hey, I'm in charge of my life. I'm not going to let either my mental health or my physical health or whatever the heck is going on stop me from getting where I need to go and following the light. You're going to come out on the other side. And so forgive yourself for the past mistakes that you made, especially if you were struggling with mental health issues. Okay? Because there's some kind of a message here about like, you are not your past self. And especially if you've been doing all that hard work to heal yourself, right? It's okay to let go. Okay? It's okay to let go of that version of yourself when you were younger and insecure. It's okay to heal from things that were out of your control. Okay? Like there's just kind of this energy of like longing to be loved. And the universe really, really loves you. And some people really, really love you too. And yeah, like I just feel like you guys need reassurance that you're allowed to feel good. Okay. You're allowed to, like, yeah, if you're having physical problems or I'm feeling something with your stomach, if you're having issues with your stomach right now, it's okay that it's upset right now. It's purging. It's doing what it's meant to do, and it's working how it should after you've come out of a certain stage of your life. Okay? So don't go in and go to like 20,000 doctors and try to figure this stuff out, because you can make your symptoms significantly worse if you lose your head on this. And so I'm just hearing like, keep breathing, like that Ariana Grande song, and just one step at a time. All right, listen to your body. If your body tells you, hey, maybe you should lay off of this food for a little bit, do what your body says. If you're saying, hey, get a little more exercise in, okay, do that. And there's something about like my eyes keep looking at the candle, just being like, okay, sit, have some quiet, focus on nothing but the candle. Okay, and just be the candle, you know what I mean, and just feel that light inside of you, right? Because sometimes I feel like you guys, you're not always certain about what's going on the inside, and you're not supposed to, like, in order to be in the moment, you can't be in your head about that stuff. You have to be in the moment. So you have to be in the moment. So I don't know, I started burping, so maybe, there's some stuff that, getting more oxygen in your body and just learning to just getting some deep breaths in, right? That's going to do wonders for you, okay? Just don't do too deep of breathing, okay? Don't freak yourself out. We've got commitment, okay? So you're going to be committing to yourself within the next 3 months. I'm seeing like you're going to be needing to be your best friend and saying, hey, I know I want other people to love me right now, but I got to be my bestie, okay? Hold your own hand. Self-care through. Do your best. Do your research, don't freak yourself out, but learn to be your own best friend. That's what this next period is going to be about. Escapade, vacation, hideaway, adventure. Yeah, it's okay to go on an adventure right now. I feel like there's something about like you've been stressed for so long that you need to really make sure that you take time to get your head out of the space it's been in. So physically getting up and going to exciting things, like finding a new place that you find enjoyable, doing stuff to keep your mind off things. So if you are encountering like either a health issue, a mental health issue, feeling really depressed or sad, taking time right now is going to be so pivotal to make sure that you are out of the house. Okay? Maybe it means going to shows. Maybe it's physically going out to the movie theater instead of sitting at home, right? Like right now is the time that you need to make sure you're going outside. It's imperative for you to get sunshine, especially if you're approaching a winter time period right now, and there's going to be less sunlight. Getting all of that light out there, enjoying time outside while you can. And yeah, something about like hiding away too. Like if you do have to be stuck indoors a lot, decorate your space like with the holidays coming up, or maybe you can, create an ambience in your room, or do little things that make you look forward to this time, right? Like maybe this is like a certain time where you can be like, oh, I love certain kind of scents. Okay, so you're like, all right, I'm going to make sure that I do this kind of bath bomb during the next 3 months. Okay, so you're going to be like, all right, we're going to do something special to enjoy this time period. Burn a candle. Yeah, something about candles may be important too. So if you do rituals and whatnot, make sure that you're getting into a steady routine of cleansing and practice, so that way you can connect to the things that you want to, welcoming in those energies and letting go and releasing the rest. Verge, about to reveal, confess. I don't know if someone's going to confess something to you. Ooh, I don't know. Like, there's something about this energy that's like, ooh, yeah, I don't know. There's something that's maybe going to happen within the next 3 months that's really going to make you smile, or you're going to feel better about yourself. So again, I know I've been kind of talking about like some of the negative stuff, but I feel like there's going to be a point during this journey where maybe you're going to confess something to yourself, and it's going to make you feel so much better after that. Like there's kind of just like this, sitting and drinking tea and coming to the conclusion, be like, you know what? I am pretty awesome. I think it's going to be a little more profound than that, but this verge, it's like you were on the edge of something so amazing and fantastic that you can't even comprehend it. And yeah, but there's going to be some tea with that, for sure. There's going to be a little bit of drama, a little spice. But Yeah, throw yourself a tea party. Okay, it's gonna be all right. Children, young childhood playful. Yeah, make sure you get out and play. All right, maybe make some play or yeah, make some play-doh and mess around. Like there's something about like keeping young in spirit and mature in mind, if that makes any sense. So that way, maybe if there are children in your life, go get them a gift or spend some time with them. Learn to kind of just really embrace the innocence in life, you know? Especially if you've been kind of struggling with some stuff or you're going through a difficult period. I think having some kids around or keeping that energy of being like, all right, the kids right now, they got into your purse and then they drew on the wall with whatever, but it was really cute because what they drew on the wall was a drawing of you and them. Like it's like me and mommy and we were having such a great time, and like you're sitting there angry because they drew on the wall, but you can't help but smile because they wanted to show you how much they loved you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like have that childlike wonder with life again, to be like, "Hey, imagine what it's like to live that free." When everything is full of possibilities and you can just go and do things and wonderful things happen. Back when, driving in a car for the first time was cool, or going to grandma's house, or, seeing that TV show. Like, have that childlike wonder with life, because there's going to be a point where things become less exciting. And you don't need to lose that excitement for and joy of life just because you kind of know what to expect, you know? Um, because you don't always know what to expect. There's always things changing, and it's about the energy and the vibes. And okay, I'm being corrected. Not necessarily. It just has everything to do with you choose how you want to age. You know, because we all age, and you can either age like a child or you can age like an adult, and you can be both at the same time. Focus on your inner child during this time. With irresponsible, within the next 3 months, now might be an okay time to make some irresponsible decisions. Some. You're getting permission from the universe. So with the children thing, right? Like, for example, if you were like, yeah, I have some money, I'm gonna go splurge on a weekend. It's okay to go splurge on that weekend. Even if you're penny pinching, you deserve the vacation for fun, to completely clear this old energy out, okay? But don't be so irresponsible that you put yourself in debt. But there's kind of like you need like a shotgun wedding type level of excitement where it's spontaneous and you just like, yeah, like for some reason I was like imagining knocking the candle off the desk and be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, oh no, this thing's gonna happen. It's like, you know, don't knock the candle off onto the floor, but if something happens, like, you're gonna recover from it. This is kind of like a time to be like, hey, enjoy your current situation right now, because it's not gonna last, and better things are coming. But like I said, you gotta like release something, and maybe you just need to do something a little crazy. Surrender. Yeah, there's gonna be stuff coming your way that is out of your control, and you can either just have your hot shotgun wedding. Wow, something about hot. Maybe someone hot's coming your way. um, I don't know. That was the last pile. With the hot person, but yeah, with the surrender energy, make sure that you are forgiving yourself and just being like, hey, even if you made some poor decisions in the past, like don't let yourself become physically ill because you can't surrender to the beauty of life. Okay? Like, that's what you've been doing, is you've been holding yourself back from the life you enjoy every single day, and it's going to get more and more obvious as time moves forward that you're not living, you're being. And it's okay to just release all of this crap and this chaos. Okay? Because there's good chaos and there's bad chaos, right? We want to invite good chaos sometimes to shake things up, but we don't want to be attracting bad chaos. Okay? And you know what the bad chaos looks like. But what does the good chaos look like? Right? Gotta roll with it to figure it out. Contemplation, yeah, I'm seeing you in the next 3 months. Contemplating life, contemplating your decisions. Just don't think too hard, alright? Just focus more on the act of like being present and forgiving yourself, so that way you can and give to yourself. Give, give, give. All right, let's see what else we got here. Mountains, stand your ground. Yep. If you're trying to start a business, get disciplined about it. All right, especially if you're working another job. Make sure you're getting those videos up, that social media up. Make sure that you're still keeping your routine, not burning yourself out. And also, too, if people start to challenge you or question what's going on, something about like questioning your sanity, you're going to be like, nope, I'm standing on business. Don't let these people push you around. See beyond the current situation. Yeah, so maybe if things are a little hectic right now for other people, focus on what you have going on in your life, especially if you're seeing on social media people freaking out, losing jobs, all this other stuff. Just make sure that you really stay focused on what's going on with you. And like the card says, see beyond the current situation, right? You really are blessed. You have a great spirit guide team behind you, and even if things get a little stressful sometimes, maybe if your leg starts doing weird things or you start shaking or I don't know, your spiritual awakening does something weird, see beyond the current situation and understand that you are part of a collective consciousness that is undergoing a deep transformational change, and you're going to be all right, okay? And guardian angel, you are not alone. Yeah, your spirit guide team's saying, hey, no matter what happens, within these next 3 months, change is inevitable. It's an inevitable part of life. Love yourself deeply, so deeply that no one else can affect that love. And remember that the universe is here for you, okay? It's always there for you, regardless of what's going on, regardless of what's going on with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your parents, your health, the world. God's always with you. The universe is always with you. Your angels are always with you. Okay. And your ancestors. Don't forget all the people that came before you too. They got through it and you will too. All right. This is all going to pass. And just hang on to your butts. All right. Good things are coming your way, guys. Oh, I'm so excited for you. All right. Anyways, though, thank you so much for watching this reading. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, feel free to check out the link in the description. Come hang out. And I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.